Okay, good morning, everyone. Respected lecturers and all participants, welcome to How to Leverage Workspace Excel in Data Retrieving and Access. Thank you so much for joining to the sessions. My name is Alvita and I'll be the MC for today's sessions. So before we begin, I would like to share some of the webinar ethics. So the first one, please all the participants mute microphone to avoid background noise. And then feel free to turn on the camera to make the sessions more lively. And please maintain a positive attitude and avoid inappropriate comments. Questions are welcome via raise hand and also the chat box. And for those who's asking, attendance form will be shared at the end of the sessions. And for the SAT points and also a certificate will be given to all the participants who minimum attendance are 80% of the require all the sessions, and also register and complete the exit ticket. So without further ado, I will hand these sessions to our moderator is Miss Rosalind. Miss Rosalind is actually the subject content coordinator for Master of Accounting program. So Miss Rosalind, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you, Elvita. Good morning, welcome everyone, and thank you for Ibu Vadrea for sharing today session. So let me give a brief introduction of the Ibu Vadrea. Ibu Vadrea currently working in the London Stock Exchange Group, and she has been have lots of experience in helping users in various software systems. So without further ado, Ibu Vadrea, please, the Zoom is yours.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Bu Rosalind. So hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's session. So I'm Vadrea, as mentioned earlier, and I'm currently working as a customer success manager at London Stock Exchange Group. And previously, we're also known as Refinitiv Services. And before that, we are widely known as Thomson Reuters. So yeah, now our company name is London Stock Exchange Group. And today I have a request from BINUS team to give a training focused on Excel and how you can leverage Workspace Excel in your data retrieving and also access. Okay, so without further ado, let me share my screen. Sorry, Burita, I just sent a request to share my screen. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I still cannot share. Can you give me access? Okay, now I can. Yep. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Sorry, let me share again. Okay, can everyone see my screen now?
Yes, Bu.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so good morning, everyone. So this is LSEG Workspace. So as you probably have used before in Windows. So today I will go straight into the demo session and how you can how you can download different kinds of data, try to build formulas, and also like explore what other options are available in Workspace Excel. So before I go through the tools in Workspace Excel, which is this one. So if you log in at the PC who have Workspace installed in the PC, when you open the Excel, you will be able to see the Workspace add-on like this one. So you can just click sign in. Yep, sorry, still waiting. If you encounter any issues in the future, let's say your PC is already installed Workspace, but you cannot see the Workspace tool in the Excel, you can reach out to us and I will liaise with my help desk to help you get these add-ons. Usually it's automatic, so you don't need to install anything else. Okay, so today I'm gonna go through some of these functional tools, the essential ones. So the first one that I'm gonna explain later on is the build formula function, which is really useful to get customized data, whether it's real-time, fundamental, or historical. And next one, I'm gonna also explain about templates. So there are hundreds of free templates that you can explore to help with your research. And next, I will also explain screener and insert chart. And last but not least, if we still have time, I'm also gonna explain on how we can also build formula based on data stream data. So before we get into like these Excel tools, I'm also gonna just give a quick refresher on how you can easily install download data directly to Excel from Workspace. I'm gonna go through like some popular data that usually students and also lecturers download, which is usually maybe the fundamental company data, economic indicator data, and also and also last but not least is usually the ESG data. So now I'm gonna go through the fundamental and ESG first. Okay, so we can just easily click on the search bar and we can search for one of the companies. For example, I'm gonna use Astra International for this example. This is just a quick 15-minute refresher before we go to the Excel workspace tools. Okay, so we can go to Astra International, click on this. Okay. Okay, still loading. It's gonna be some menus here. Yep. So it's already showing. So so this is the home page. So usually people will go to see the price history here or time and sales. So it's all downloadable to Excel. For example, like price history. So this is like I'll say the easier way to download data, but it's not as customized as the tools in Excel. So the tools in Excel using the build formula, it can be much more customized. I will explain to you later. So this is like the design is already like designed like this, right? So if you download to Excel, you can just click download to Excel and it will be downloaded to your computer as an Excel file. But the template design is like this. So you cannot like change the columns and everything. So it's already like this. So it's not customizable. So yeah, you can explore like different kinds of data. We have like recommendations and everything. And a lot of the tools here, they are, I will say almost like 70 or 80% of all of the tools available with us. There's always the option to download, whether to Excel or PDF. So you can like explore what you need from the menus and you can try to find like download button. And if there's no download button, there's usually it's also like you can probably like extract the data through with the tools here. Yeah. Okay, and second example is the fundamental data. So usually people will go to financials and you can choose like what kind of data you want to pull out. For example, like balance sheet. There's also different ways to download the like balance sheet income statements. You can also do this through the templates in the Workspace Excel. This one I will also explain later on. Yeah, but this is also an option to like open from this, and then you can also download here, and you can like customize it to your needs, like with these parameters. You can download like last 15 years or like customizable where depends on your need. Like sorry. And all of this, for example, like balance sheet, we're opening a balance sheet right now, right? All of these items, you can also like learn more about this definition of this field. And then there's an Excel function here. So if there's an Excel function here, technically like all of the items in balance sheet, income statement, and other fundamental is extractable through the build formula function in Excel. So this is the formula. You just need to memorize like these last code. So this is the field that you're gonna need to find in the build formula later on. Yeah. So just a bit of information. Besides downloading here, besides downloading like this data to Excel or PDF, you can also extract like specific items through with build formula on Excel. But just to take note, not all of these items are the same with other companies. For example, maybe like in companies in the US, maybe like this item like assets lease out this, maybe the wording is a bit different, or it's like titled a bit differently. So if you try to later on in the build formula function, if you try to like maybe generate like 20 different companies from different countries, maybe some datas won't be available, maybe because like maybe different countries also have like different wordings and different like items in their income statement or balance sheet. So you need to like if you have like some companies that doesn't have date data, you can like open the company open the company page, and then you go to the financials, and you can check like what the name of the item is like in this company. So you might need to like extract another formula to like generate like the item like that's comparable to this one, for example. Yeah. So yeah, so that's just to take note. Not all items in the fundamental data, not all items across all countries are the same. So you need to like keep that in mind when pulling out the data. You need to check. Okay, but if it's like just normal items like current assets, like debt and everything, like it should be the same. Yep. Okay. So next, I'm also gonna just explain a bit about ESG. So you can go through this ESG, and you can also download like different data related to ESG. Okay, so you can also go directly by typing like ESG, like by these keywords like ESG statements. Sorry. You can search for these apps, and you can open directly from the search bar, but the company name will be directed to LSEG. So I recommend if you wanna do research and wanna pull out data related to ESG, you just open like one company as a benchmark first, and then you can open like these apps. But do note that not all companies have ESG data, so it depends whether that company already are already like ESG scored by our team. So, but usually like to this kind of like big companies, conglomerates, they often already have the ESG scoring scored by our internal team as well. Okay. Yep. Sorry about this. My connection is a bit slow. Yeah. So the most important item I'll say in the ESG menu is this app ESG statement. So in this ESG statement, it's quite similar to the menu in the financials, yeah. So you can change the number of periods. You can download to Excel or PDF as well, and then you can also like see like the Excel functions for each item as well. You can also change the pillars, environmental, social, governance, and we also have controversies. Yeah, and then you basically, this is also really popular. So if you do a research on a specific company or specific industry, you definitely can download like all this data. And usually what I recommend is quite an easy like shortcut way. But like if you have like, let's say any research, for example, like previously there's a lecturer asking me, he's doing a research on like renewable energy and like water as well. So what I recommend to make his life easier is basically you just download on Excel, and then after the file is downloaded, you can do Control F, and then you can find based on keyword. Because like the item, as you can see, is like so much item. Yeah. So it's way much easier if you just download and then you Control F to find like the keyword, for example, renewable energy, water, and then maybe waste recycling, emissions. Yeah. So you can like just Control F and find the items that you need. It's much more efficient, I'll say. Yeah. And other than that, there's like additional items as well. This one is also popular, peer analysis, but you can also like generate this data through Screener as well. I will also show you again like how Screener works. I'm pretty sure like a lot of people already using Screener app as well. And this is quite similar to Screener, but it's just gonna show like ESG data and for example, like the company that we're looking at now, Astra, and its peers. But you can also like change to different industry as well through this app. Yep. Yeah, so this is also downloadable to Excel. Yeah. Okay. Last but not least, before I move to the Excel in the Excel tools, I'm gonna go to the economic indicator as well. This is quite interesting as well. Economic indicators. Yeah, so through this app, you can easily find like macroeconomic data based on countries and which specific indicator that you're looking for. And then you can download the historical data. Yeah. So, okay. Okay, so for example, I'm gonna download this US CPI data. You can search like for different kinds of indicators, and then you can just download it. Yeah, you can choose like how many years you want to download, and then it will be downloaded to your PC, and then you will be able to see like the historical indicator specifically, for example, like the CPI for the past 10 years, 5 years or more. Yeah. So we have like a long range of data. So you can also do download from here easily if you need to analyze the data directly on your Excel. Yep. Okay. And just a side note, so whatever you download directly from here, just now I explained to you about fundamental data and also ESG data and also this economic data, right? All of these are downloaded as values. So no worries if let's say you're using like the library PC or something, and then you need to take the data home to your own laptop, for example, you will be able to see the data because the downloaded data will be all values, not formulas. So yeah, it's you can email it to your to like a different PC, and you can like process it for your own like learning and research. Yeah. Okay. And moving on, let me go to the Excel workspace. Yeah, to the main session. Okay. So first, I'm gonna show you how build formula works. Okay, so you can click on this FX button, the formula code here. Not this one. This one is the newer version. It's more simpler, but today I will focus on the old version, which is more complete, I'll say. You can click on the formula builder, build formula. Okay, and you can manually search for instruments here. But if you already have the list, we can also use our reference. First, let me show you how it works if we put the data if we put the data manually. Let's start with real-time data first. For example, let's use currency data because usually maybe we need a real-time currency prices to maybe do our research or something. So yeah, you can search for instruments here. For example, rupiah. You can search by keyword, or if you already know the code, you can search by their financial codes or ticker. Yeah, for example, IDR, Euro, Japanese yen, Aussie dollar, and pounds. That's one example. It doesn't have to be currencies. It can be like equities, it can be fixed income, it can be commodities as well. So you can like search whatever you need. Yep. And then, but I recommend to make it easier, like try to limit it to one type of assets, because if you have mixed assets, some of the formulas might not be compatible with each other. So I recommend you to, at one time, you pull out like one type of assets. Yeah. For example, this one is FX. Okay, so after the instruments, what you need to check is data item. So what you need to, for example, like what you need to choose like what kind of data you want to pull out, right? Whether it's mid price, whether it's average, whether it's, for example, like if we're pulling out equities, you can choose like, for example, like earlier I was showing about items in balance sheet, for example, total assets or maybe ESG score and everything. So you can all search by keyword here in the data items. Yeah, so if we're pulling out currencies right now, it's quite straightforward, yeah. So usually people will pull out like maybe bid price, ask price, and maybe mid price, for example. Let me choose first. And that's the option to choose like whether you wanna do real time or historical. So let me do bid and ask first. And maybe high price and low price. There's also parameters here, but yeah, usually like if you're doing a real-time data, usually need the newest price, right? So usually it's not often that people change like this parameters. You can change the parameters to maybe like what like last calendar year end, last weekend and everything. So yeah, but usually it's not often that we change this item for for real-time data. Okay, so I already choose the item that I want to pull out. Bid price, ask price, high price, low price, for example. You can insert directly, but I recommend you to preview first. So preview, you can do it through the layout here. Okay, so you can see here, there's like some there's like this preview of how the data will look like. You can add like additional headers. For example, I want to add the date here. So it will show the date on top. Okay. You can also transpose it if you need to. Yeah. So it depends on how you need it. Okay. After choosing, I'm gonna choose insert. So yeah, it's quite fast if you're already used to it, and you can pull out like even way more than 5 data. You can pull out like up to hundreds of data. So this is one example, and it's quite manual. Sorry for the high price and low price. I don't think it's working because maybe because I'm choosing like the real time, it's not showing. You can easily edit the formula by clicking on the formula itself, and then you can directly remove it from here, or you can go to build formula again, and then you remove the items that are not working. Yeah, so I'm gonna remove the low and the high. Then insert again. Yep. So that's one example to generate real-time data. And earlier I was inputting the instrument manually, right, in the build formula tool. So there's actually a way to do it less manually. So if you already have a list of instrument code, you can use it as a cell reference. So how do you do that? So you can go to Workspace and then go to this monitor app. Yeah, so in this monitor app, you can easily double click on this RIC, the instrument code or ticker here. So you can input like different kinds of data. For example, if you want to input like the Indonesian index, IHSG, it's in English here. So JKSE can input here. And then you can expand the list, and it will show all the constituents. Yeah, and for example, if I want to do FX, there's also a list that are popular that is created by our team. It's called AFX, Asian Currencies FX Both Composite Display. Yeah, it already has a list of like the major currencies and also other currencies, Asian currency, and some precious metals that people often use. So if you want to pull formulas for this list, you can easily like click here and then just Control C to copy. You can also, sorry, back to this. You can also like input manually one by one the stocks or equities that you wanna monitor. For example, like Astra earlier, I wanna put here, and then I wanna put like Meta or something. So you can like use it however you need. Yep. Okay, so earlier I was copy pasting on the AFX list. So let me just Control V here to paste. Yeah, so we have the list of the RIC. So let's say I wanna change this formula to pull out all this data. You definitely can do that. So go back to the build formula. Okay, we can do sorry. You can do reference Excel here. Sorry, I need to remove this one first. Okay, so reference Excel. Sorry, it's still loading. Oh, I think it crashed. Sorry guys, let me try to somehow work this out. Okay, let me just create a new formula here. Okay. Okay, wait till it loads and then reference a cell. Okay, wait till it pops up. And then we can reference, yeah, we can reference these. Choose like the list that you wanna pull out. Here, I'm just gonna pull out all of these combine like list of AFX, including currencies and also precious metals price. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do bid pass, and I'm gonna try to find like name. Okay, instrument name. Okay, gonna preview it. Sorry, I think my connection is not really good today. Let me just try to insert it first. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this will update automatically. Usually, if your formulas and your calculation option is automatic, it will update automatically, but usually it will require just a few minutes until it's working. Yeah, as you know, today my connection is also not really good, so it's currently like pausing right now, but it should be able to like move in real time. Yeah. So this bid price and ask price will also move. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, Brita, noted. Got it. Okay. So okay, moving back to the formulas, I'm gonna show you the historical data. One example, that formula. Yeah. So just one example to make it simpler. For example, rupiah daily price. Choose time series. You can choose like whether you want daily for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, so you can choose, but the usual is daily. For example, I'm gonna just do the close price and high price, for example. Okay, so all this data for the historical data, you definitely should choose the parameters. You need to choose a start date and the end date. Okay, you can do it like I think like almost like 30, 50 years back. So let's do from 1995. If the data is present January 1995 to I want the Excel to update to the latest data, so I'm not gonna put an end to this parameter. And then the number of row, you need to clear it so it's not restricted by the number of rows. Okay. Okay, let me just preview real quick. Hopefully it's working. Okay, since it's just IDR, I'm not gonna put the header of instrument. Okay, let me just insert here. So yeah, as you can see, it's less than 1 minute and you can pull out data all the way from 1995, 8,000 data points, 8,000 rows in just under 1 minute. So yeah, it definitely can be useful for your research. And as you know, with Excel, you can also build like charts and everything, right, based on this data. So definitely, if you need a really detailed like charting or everything to make your research more detailed, you can definitely use this like highly detailed historical data to like support your research as well. It's not just for currency data, as I mentioned. It can be like precious metals. It can be like, for example, historical current assets in companies for the past 50 years or something. So you definitely can do that with this build formula. You just need to specify the instrument, specify the data field, specify what kind of data basically that you want, with whether it's real time or historical. Oh, and one more thing that I'm also going to show you is the fundamental data. Okay, so you can open this build formula. Okay, the formula, and then let me do Astra again. For the fundamental, you can stay on this real-time fundamental, and then you can choose like the items that you wanna pull out. You can search by keyword. So it can be item from the ESG statement, can be item from income statement, balance sheet, and others. Let me do like this ESG combined score and this total assets. Okay. And you definitely can need to do the parameter if you wanna make it a time series. For example, you wanna do like last 10 financial years. Okay. Go to layout again. So yeah, I don't need the instrument for now. I need the date. Yeah. Okay, since we're just pulling out Astra specifically, so we don't need the instrument header, right? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, done. The last 10 years for ESG scores and total assets. And definitely you can pull out like different types of data as well, based on your needs. This one you just need to change the format. So whatever you need for your research, you can customize it here. You can pull out what depends on what you need. Okay. Okay, since we have like 20 minutes left, let me just quickly go through the others items. So this is the main thing. Build formula is basically the main thing. And the others I'll say is just like additional thing. Oh, and screener is also very important. Let me go to screener. Okay. Yeah, screener is specifically, this tool is only for equities or stocks. Yeah. So yeah, you can choose like in what currency you want the data to be presented. You can choose like what type of companies, but logically we will have like a lot of public companies data, private companies much lesser. Okay. And then you can do like the customization here. Okay. So for example, you want to do like country of headquarters, Indonesia. Okay, and then maybe you want to do like filtering by industry. There's two sources, the Thomson Reuters, and the other one is the other source. I think it's GIC. You can choose like which one. Usually, I think people use the TR one. For example, I want to filter by industry. Maybe I want to do like pharma. Okay. Okay, so we have the 16 companies like considered like under this biotech and medical research pharma. Okay, and then you can also do additional like specific filtering. For example, if you wanna do like market cap of like greater than a certain like amount, or maybe like you wanna search like other filtering like assets, like how many like how big is the assets, you want to just filter like for the companies that are really big or something. So you can do all the filtering here, and then the list will filter out based on your filters. Yeah. Okay, so for example, I'm just gonna do the simple one based on country of headquarters and industry name, and then you can add like whatever data you need. So it's quite similar to build formula, but it's like much easier and simpler for equities here. Let's say I want to add total assets. Total assets. Okay. And open it. Yeah, total assets. And if you want to change the financial year, you can open it through the data item library. You can find total assets, and then you change the parameters, yeah, for different financial periods. Or if you want to do time series as well, you can do that. So there will be more than one column like downloaded, yeah, current assets. And then, for example, I want to see the dividend yield, for example. Also do that. Yeah, and then you can add whatever column you need for your research, and then you can simply insert screen, and it will all be downloaded to your Excel. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it. That's the simple examples of everything, build formula and screener. And next, I'm gonna show you templates. This is also really useful. I'm not gonna go through the templates one by one. I'm just gonna show you some templates that I believe will definitely be useful for your research. So you can search by keyword, you can search by asset class, or yeah, if you wanted like simple like balance sheet, income statement, downloading template, you can simply go to company fundamentals. This is really popular for students in general. And yeah, you can download like balance sheet or cash flow or income statement in a template base. Let me show you one example. So you can either choose a banking industry, financial industry, or if it's other companies than that, you can do industrial. Yeah. So let me just open industrial. I'm gonna use Acara again as the example to make it easier. Okay, so if you click open, this template will be downloaded for you, and it's already included in your account, so it's completely free. You can explore all those available template. The instructions are here as well, and how the template works. Yeah. So basically, usually what you need is you just need to input like how many tickers, input which ticker you need. For example, I'm gonna do Astra. If you don't remember the ticker, you can open Workspace again. Or to make it easier, there's also a search tool here. You can do the search. Then I can search for Astra. Okay. So yeah, as you can see here, it's still loading. Sorry, because the periods I chose is 40. Let me just drop it down to 10 years to make it easier. Yeah, so it's similar to when you download it manually through the homepage and then go to financials, but it's just like it's a template, so it's like much more efficient because you just need to change the instrument code and it will download all of the items. Yeah. So yeah, you can even like pull out like 50 years plus. I think yeah, here for Astra maximum is 40. So yeah, this is very like efficient, I'll say. You just need to change the ticker. Yeah. And yeah, there are also like other menus as well, other parameters that you can choose. You can change the currency, you can change the period, and yeah, other parameters here. And other templates that I want to show you as well is valuation. Yeah, so there are some templates specifically for valuation. For example, in terms of valuation, usually people will use different types of ratios, right? Whether it's PE ratio, EBITDA, and also like other valuation ratios. So there's already like a nice templates like created based on that. And there's also analyzed consensus, which aggregate like some forecasts of several ratios, even the forecasts of the ratios from several like analysts that contributed to us. Usually it's from banks and usually from hedge fund asset management. So they contributed to us and it's compiled in this like template, and there will be like a recommendation like to buy, hold, sell, and everything. So it's like really easy to use and really simple, and it's like available to you for free. So I recommend you to like check this out as well. Okay. And last but not least, the last 10 minutes, I'm gonna quickly go through data stream Excel. So some of you might already use data stream previously. So data stream, as you know, you can basically data stream itself previously is a different company and it's being acquired by us like I think like 10-20 years ago. So it's like its own data. So it's like not the same as data that you will pull out in build formula and everything. And how is it different? The data is really granular. So for example, like earlier when I show you on Workspace, usually there's also a lot of data, but it's more towards like macros, right? For economics, for example, like the CPI on like Indonesia, US, and then maybe durable goods, unemployment rate and everything. But in data stream, the data source is different and it's like is compiling all of the source from like different countries. For example, in Indonesia, we have BPS, right? The Badan Pusat Statistik and everything. So the data is all here in data stream, but it's not in like the normal workspace, like the usual main core data. So it's in data stream. So I'm gonna show you quickly. You can do data stream formula here. Yeah, it's quite similar to build formula, but it's a bit different. So how can you find the data? It's basically you just click on find series here. Yeah, it's really popular for the economic data. Let me just clear the filters first. Yeah, we can go through economics. And the data here is up to 120 plus years. So because, in the US, in the like Western countries, maybe the data is already available from hundreds of years ago, right? So it's all here actually. You can just search by keywords and then you can pull out all the historical data that you need. And it's really granular. For example, like unemployment rate, and like for example, Indonesia, you probably can download not only per province, but you can also download like per city or the poverty line or maybe like cow population in certain cities, horse, or even like very, very detailed like statistics, right? From that's usually like present in BPS, it's all gonna be here. Like the data is like really, really complete and really, really granular. Yeah. So let me just type in keyword first. Indonesia. Okay, and then I choose this one, Indonesia market. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do like maybe like poverty line, right? For my research. Okay, yeah, so you can see here, there's a lot of data. It's like thousands of data that you can choose. And then there's like also like by city, by province. And so yeah, you can basically you can search whatever you need here. And then yeah, you can like choose like what type of data that you need. For example, like poverty line Aceh. Make it easier, yeah. Okay, there's like 33 data. Okay. If you wanna use like everything, yeah, you can type here, show all, maybe 3. Then I pick on use. And then I can choose like how long I wanna to download the data. For example, I wanna do like from 10 years back to latest value. Okay. And then I choose insert. Sorry, I think it's still loading because it's quite a lot of data. Okay. Sorry, it's taking too long. Sorry, let me just close out some items. I think it's still loading up until now. Yeah, but it will definitely like generate all of the poverty line data by country, by province and by city for Aceh that I chose earlier, the 33 items. For the past 10 years, it will show you like all the historical, but it will just take a while. Yeah. So yeah, that's the difference in data stream, and it's like separate. And Workspace, you can also open data stream through this DS chart app data stream. Yeah, so this is like the interface to create like your own customized chart. Maybe this one can be for like another session later on. Yeah, so you can definitely, based on the data that we see earlier, we can customize our own like design for like charting, and then you can do the titles, and then you can export it as image, or you can export it as URL as well for your reports and everything. So yeah. So this is the Excel version. So you can easily go to data stream formula and generate the data in a table format. Yeah. Sorry, I think it's not working, maybe because of my lack of internet connection today. Yeah, okay. Maybe we can move to the question and Q&A session first. Rita, maybe?
Okay, thank you, Bu Vadrea. There are lots of information. Yeah, and because students are just watching your demo, they don't, they are not hands-on. So perhaps that there'll be like some questions. And students who are attending here varied. There are some from Master of Accounting, some of them from the bachelor degree, whether from Finance and Finance International, and the research level is also varied. So you might have like different type of questions, I think. Okay, for everyone, do you have any question? Ada pertanyaan kah? Pertanyaannya boleh kok dalam bahasa Indonesia kalau misalnya ada yang kurang jelas.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm also gonna mention that I will send the guidance for the build formula in Excel, like build formula tool. So I think
Okay,
definitely be useful, and screener as well. Yep.
okay, so you're going to send a written guidelines.
Yeah, the PDF. Yeah, for
Okay,
build
okay.
formula and screener.
Yep,
Yeah.
that'll be great. Okay, anyone have question?
Yes, Ibu Rosalin.
Yes, Pak Prima, go ahead. Mhm.
Oke,
Boleh bahasa
thank you.
Indonesia, boleh bahasa Inggris.
Oke, makasih Ibu. Thanks, Leah, for your sharing. So this is really new for me about the workspace feature in Excel, but it is interesting. So maybe just I'd like to confirm. So this feature is the function is to retrieve data from certain website or any kind of page from internet to retrieve the data in Excel format, right?
Not from any website, from
Okay.
Workspace. Yeah, from
Oh,
this
only.
app. Yeah. So
From Refinitiv ya?
yeah, from LSEG
Yeah.
Workspace. Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm-mm.
only from workspace, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And could you repeat again how to activate this feature in Excel? Because I see in my Excel after the Acrobat menu there is no workspace feature. Is there any way to activate
Okay.
this workspace?
Burita, sorry, may I check like sorry, because I'm not with an account manager right now. Is the Workspace account in BINUS in library, or is it like uh in the lecturers like
Yeah,
room?
in library we only have two
Oh, okay.
accounts.
Okay,
Yeah, so
perhaps that maybe I can explain to Pak Prima first ya, Bu Vadrea,
yeah,
because
sure.
Pak Prima is a new student, just joined the Master of Accounting. Jadi gini Pak Prima,
Ya, Bu.
ini kan untuk mahasiswa yang kalau penelitiannya itu kuantitatif dan menggunakan data historis ya, yang kita sebut sebagai secondary data. BINUS itu ada subscribe database yang namanya Refinitiv. Nah, jadi kalau misalnya nanti penelitiannya Bapak itu menggunakan kuantitatif dan data historis atau secondary data, Bapak nggak usah kolek manual nih. Bapak tinggal ke library BINUS, bisa di kampus Anggrek, di kampus Alam Sutra, di kampus mana lagi Bu Rita? Di kampus Bekasi kalau nggak salah ya. Nah, di sana nanti Bapak ada komputer yang dedicated khusus untuk database Refinitiv. Nanti Bapak login, nanti di dedicated komputer itu sudah ada instruksi gimana cara masuknya. Nah, nanti kalau Bapak sudah masuk akan kelihatan tampilan seperti yang di sini. Lalu Bapak tinggal cari nih. Bapak misalnya kepengen cari informasi terkait dengan ini pastinya ya, risetnya Bapak. Misalnya Bapak risetnya itu terkait dengan sustainability kah atau corporate governance kah. Nah, tinggal di klik ya, kemudian nanti di retrieve ke Excel gitu.
Oh,
Gitu
oke.
sih Pak. Ya.
Dan
Oke.
mungkin saya tambahin sedikit ya Bu ya.
Iya, silakan
Karena
Bu.
Pak Prima kan juga kayak belum pernah pakai ya ini sebelumnya. Jadi
Betul.
kita
Iya, betul.
ya, jadi kita Workspace ini kita bisa dibilang udah sangat lama ya Pak, dari tahun 50-an sebenarnya di Indonesia, dari tahun 90-an. Ini data ini benar-benar kita bisa dibilang salah satu database yang memang paling lengkap di dunia ya. Jadi kita semua jenis data ada, mau itu data perusahaan, data komoditas. Komoditasnya juga bisa sangat mendetil gitu ya. Misalkan mau spesifik, misalkan agriculture, mau corn, atau misalkan mau untuk data gas, data naftalin, segala macam itu semua kita bisa ekspor dan datanya itu ada di kita kayak gitu.
Oke.
Nanti kalau misalkan ada bingung kita bisa reach out juga nanti ke dari mungkin lewat orang library ya, bisa reach out ke tim kami, nanti kayak kita akan raise ke helpdesk buat bantu carikan kode-kode datanya apa sih buat ditarik di Excel seperti itu ya. Nah, untuk data-datanya sendiri nanti bisa diekspor ya. Kita semua jenis aset ada. Jadi ada FX, money market, saham, komoditas, fixed income juga, dan misalkan mau data kripto segala macam kita juga sebenarnya ada gitu. Dan data semua public company di seluruh dunia kita juga kurang lebih ada semua di sini gitu. Jadi semua data saham seluruh dunia dan juga ya utamanya yang public ya, karena yang di kita kan utamanya yang public. Yang private kalau memang mereka contribute ke kita atau datanya ada di public akan ada juga di kita kemungkinan besar. Dan datanya itu tuh kan kalau kita buka website satu persatu ya, kayak misalkan kita mau nyari balance sheet kayak gitu buat misalkan Astra atau buat Indosat atau buat Apple gitu, itu kan mungkin agak lama ya, kita mesti search dulu di Google gitu kan. Terus mungkin mau narik 10 tahun ke belakang ya cari-cari itu mungkin bisa seharian ya, mungkin berapa jam gitu buat cari satu company doang. Nah, di kita itu seperti yang tadi saya mention itu bisa instan, bahkan bisa pakai template tadi ya, bisa pakai template langsung 10 tahun ke belakang seperti itu, 40 tahun ke belakang buat multiple companies gitu, bisa langsung kita specify. Misalkan saya mau company yang tadi pakai skinner contohnya misalkan di US aja, terus misalkan mau yang misalkan industrinya energi gitu, energi saya mau narik tuh langsung total asetnya 5 tahun ke belakang, lalu saya mau narik ESG score-nya 10 tahun ke belakang dan sebagainya. Itu tuh bisa dibilang kurang lebih seperti instan gitu loh, cuman beberapa menit doang udah bisa langsung kita tarik seperti itu sih, kayak gitu.
Oke.
Heeh.
Ya, ini cukup. Thank you. Ini useful sekali, cukup clear penjelasannya, Pak Dea. Thank you, Bu Rosalin.
Ya, sama-sama.
Ya, sama-sama Pak. Yeah. So for all students, like BINUS has subscribed the Refinitiv, and then it is available in a library. You need to book in advance. So Bu Rita already put it in a chat box, like how to book the Refinitiv in the library, and then it is available in the Alam Sutra campus, Anggrek campus, JWC campus, and also Bekasi campus. So you have to come in person, and then you have to download the data that you need to find from the Refinitiv. And from my experience, usually that it's quite packed, yeah. So please don't do it last minute. In other words, like, okay, my thesis due tomorrow, so I need to retrieve data right away today. Usually it is not available because there are a lot of students who need to get data, and the booking thinking list is usually very long. So please plan your time in advance. Okay, thank you. Do we have any other question? Anyone else have any other question?
Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Ms. Rosalyn and Ms. Vadrea. May I kindly ask for your guidance how to require data in definitive icon to calculate the insider buying ratio, especially the CEO total shareholding and the number of shares purchased by the CEO. Because previously I searched in definitive, but I was unable to find them. Thank you very much for your assistance.
Okay, thank you for your question. So that must be one of the variables in your study, yeah?
Okay. So, sorry, can I recap again? Is it you're looking for like the shareholders like report, right? Like the percentage of ownerships, or is it a different thing?
Insider buying ratio, especially CEO total shareholding in this
Oh,
calculation. Insider buying ratio.
buying ratio. Let me just quickly check if I can find it. But if I cannot find it, maybe I'll keep the question for now and let me ask my help desk later on. But let me just double check. Oh, I think it's this one. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, I think it's this one. Insider transactions. Yep, here. You can also download through Excel. You can open through ownership, insider report, and then go through insider transactions to see like how many like they recently like buy and sell. Yep. Does that answer your question?
Okay, Miss Vadrea, can I search in the screener?
Um, hmm. 1 second, yeah. Oh yeah, you can. This one. Yeah. ASREP shares traded. So you can try to search it on the columns for the screener. Yeah, please go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you,
you can
Miss
search.
Vadrea.
Yep. You're
I will
welcome.
try it in
Yeah.
Binary later. Thank you, Miss Vadrea.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, thank you. Do we have any other question? Any other question? Okay, Bu Vadrea, I think like for now, like students are still trying to digest what you have like demo, and then I think they need to try by themselves first before they know there's any hurdle in like retrieving
Sure.
data. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for Master of Accounting students, if they have any questions, where can we address the question to? Like, I mean, can we email, perhaps I email you or how? Like,
Okay. So for now, I think you can for the students or any like lecturers and everything that needs to ask questions. So how it works in our site is for the PhD students, you actually can reach out directly to our team and I will liaise with like specific teams that can help you. But for like students and master students, like bachelor master, you can maybe ask the librarian or maybe Burita's team, if you don't mind, to compile the questions and then email it to us or WhatsApp it to us. But yeah, it's either to me or to Mas Bregas. because
I
like,
see.
yeah, actually BINUS is Pak Brega's account as of now. I'm currently just helping him because it's not available. But yeah, basically we cover each other lah. So can reach out to us, and then I will raise to our help desk to assist you right
I
away.
see. Is
Yeah.
there any way, like from Master of Accounting, like address it directly to you? Because I think like if we have to pull all the questions, because Ibu Rita is like in the bachelor degree and I'm handling the Master of Degree. So I think like student will take a lot of times if it is so much layers that they, in order to ask questions. Meanwhile, like they might need it right away. So is there any way, like, I mean, perhaps like,
Oh,
uh-huh.
yeah. Actually, students can raise directly to this one, I think, my support.
Mm-hmm.
My support LSEG. Yeah, this one. And I believe they can just create an account here, and
Okay.
then yeah, they can raise a ticket, and then they just mention that which university that they are from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they can raise a case here.
So they have to choose whether about product, admin, billing, or data and content. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they just need to choose product first.
Product,
Or
okay.
data and content. Depends on like, sorry, maybe data and content is more suitable. Yeah, so they can just either register or use like maybe your account or something. Data and content. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I need to sign in fast.
Okay.
Okay.
And they can just sign in using the BINUS account. Or what account it is?
Nggak bisa, Bu.
I believe they can create their own account by themselves.
Also, they have to create account first.
Yeah. They can create their own account. They can register, and they create like this My Refinitiv account, so they can raise a case. Usually,
Okay.
like the help desk will probably later on, when they reach out to them through email or through call, they will probably just ask like, which uni are you from? Like, yeah, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
How long does it take for the student to get the answer?
Usually like probably you're gonna be already reach out like in 1 day already.
I see. That's pretty
Yeah.
long. So later on in your guideline, would you provide this? Because I believe like when student really hands-on, when they try the data, they might encounter problems. In your guideline that you're going to share later on, would you provide that as well? Like if they have any questions, where they should go, and then create account first? Because I don't think like this is very straightforward, right? They have to create account first, and then after they have account, they can get in and then they can ask questions, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's like I believe that's the current like framework for students right now. Yeah, because
I
like
see.
it's like a sharing account, right? Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
for Master of Accounting student, if they have to raise the question to me and then me to Bu Rita and then Bu Rita to you, I think like it takes like pretty long.
Or the other way is they can also like raise through their I mean, I don't know how business want to do it, but there's also a possibility to raise through their lecturer, because like our help desk team will be able to help directly for lecturer and PhD students and librarians. Yeah, so if they want, they can also raise to their maybe like their lecturers, and lecturers will like email and maybe just CC the student. So when the help desk reply, it will be CC to the student as well.
So is there any way like the student just like email you?
For bachelor and master, I believe that's not possible. And for bachelor and master, it has to be through the layers.
I see.
That's the last update that I have from the
Okay.
team.
Okay. All right. So just please
Yeah.
you add on that information in your guideline. So in case the students like encounter any problem, they know where to go.
Okay.
Okay, many thanks,
Sure.
yeah, Ibu Vadrea. Okay, I think there's no other question or discussion from the students. So yeah, thank you for your time, Ibu Vadrea. Elvita?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Vadrea, for the insight. Thank you also to Ms. Rosalyn for moderating this event. So before we close this session, I would like to ask all the participants to share open the camera, so we'll take the photo session, the photo group. I'll wait around a minute to everyone turn on the camera. Okay. Maybe because there aren't many who open the camera, I'll take the picture now. Okay, for the slide one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's only one slide. Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining these sessions. Also, thank you again to Ms. Vadrea for the insight, and thank you to Ms. Rosalind for moderating this event. We'll see again in the next event. Thank you. And I'll share the attendance form.
Attendance, ya.
Okay.
Thank you, Vadrea. Thank you, Bu Rosalin.
Thank you, Bu
Terima kasih
Rita. Thank you, Bu
semuanya.
Vadrea. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Ibu.
See you.
Thank you, Ms. Rosalind and Ms. Vadrea.
Thank you.
Terima kasih.